What's going on, everybody? So it's being reported that Jimmy Butler is the next logical choice for the Boston Celtics to help them to be able to compete against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Obviously, we know at this point that they've traded down and given their pick to the 76ers. Now, it just looks like they may be able to have enough money to get Butler and Blake Griffin. The only issue that I have is this. Blake Griffin is probably not the best guy to go with, and we still have that situation where we got to figure out what we're doing with Isaiah Thomas. Because it doesn't really matter however else you build the team. The one thing that I've learned about the NBA, tiny point guards, it's not much that they can really do to help. Look, you're not going to win. First of all, he can't defend. Isaiah Thomas can't defend. He can score. The dude can do whatever he wants on the offensive end, right? That's all great. But you got to understand something. It's a 5-on-5 game. If it comes down, you can never play man-to-man. You're going to always have to trap his guy. Now, he is an all-star. He is a very, very good offensive player. But when it comes down to being able to make a stop and have a defensive strategy, you can't really implement him in that. And that's what my problem is. Jimmy Butler, listen, if I'm the Cleveland Cavaliers, I'm trying to work a deal for him right now. Like, I'm trying to just send everybody away. Because Butler is a key piece that could help the Cavs. And I thought that that's what they were in talks with, trying to figure out what they were going to be doing. Because I heard that Kevin Love is up for grabs right now, bro. Because he's a guy that, regardless of how far they go, when the big stage and the lights are on, Kevin Love is just not going to show up. It is what it is. It's going to continue to be something that is of that nature, and we have to figure out now, if you're the Boston Celtics, what do you do now? Now that you have the third pick and you're going to get more draft picks, and you could probably trade with the Bulls to get, Jimmy Butler and have enough cap space left to free up and get Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin is my issue. If I'm the Celtics, I'll take Jimmy Butler. You know what I'm saying? Why not? They should have took Jimmy Butler. They should have took him a while ago. Try to figure out a way to get away with the number one pick and just do whatever you got to do, because right now, the way that they're built, they're not built to beat the Cavs, and we have to be honest about it. That's what it's all about. They're not even... Look, a lot of these teams won't be able to put anything together to beat the Warriors. We just got to be realistic right now. The only team right now, as we stand, before any moves are made, that has any kind of chance of beating the Warriors, simply, is the Cavaliers. That's it. There's nobody else right now that's available to do it. So when you look at it from that point, you have to understand something. All these other teams are just pretty much trying to build something to compete with LeBron James. Jimmy Butler going to the Boston Celtics would help them tremendously, but he's not going to be enough by himself. And Blake Griffin is not going to be healthy. I already know that. It doesn't even make any sense for them to pursue it, because he's a guy, I don't know, maybe, all of a sudden he'll be able to play through a whole season and not have a dramatic injury with a hangnail on his toe or something before the season's out. I don't know. But I just don't see him being the guy to really help put the Boston Celtics over the hump. He might work with somebody else, but I don't know about the Boston Celtics. Him and, Jimmy Butler's name, I think Jimmy Butler is a huge asset for any team that he goes to. The dude plays hard, great defense, great scorer. He's an all-around great player. I think put in the right position, he's immediately just a top player right away. You know what I'm saying? In the right system. But I don't know if that's the best thing right now as a solo move for the Celtics. Obviously, they're trying to put together a lot of different things to make a team that can be suitable enough to go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And right now, like I said, I'm not even putting the Warriors in the situation. Right now, I'm just simply letting you guys understand this. This is what they're pursuing. They're pursuing Jimmy Butler. They're going to get whatever they're going to get in the draft, because like I said, Lonzo Ball is my choice. If you don't get Lonzo Ball, I think that you probably failed in the draft. There are other great players, but I just think that he's the guy that's going to do the most for the team that he goes to, if that makes any sense. I think coming into next year, he's going to do the most out of most of the guys that are there. Somebody may show up that we see, maybe second round or third round or whatever like that was like, oh, wow, that's a great pick. But I don't see anyone being above Lonzo Ball at this moment right now. So if you don't get him, I just think that you failed. And I think that the Lakers are going to end up getting him. I really do. I just think the Lakers are going to end up getting him. I think that he makes more sense going to the Lakers, and I think the Lakers put enough BS into the media to kind of draw people away from it and to see what's going on and to figure out exactly, what the situation is. And we have to now figure, if they've already done this, what else is up the sleeve of the Boston Celtics? Because if they traded away their number one pick, for whatever, and they're trying to get more draft picks, and they don't get Jimmy Butler, what the hell are they doing? Everybody thinks that Danny Ainge is waiting for LeBron James to start walking around with a cane. That might be what's going on. Because if this guy is not, figured out, if a trade is not figured out soon and something's not done, the Boston Celtics can't, the fans can't be happy. Something needs to be done at this point. We have to figure out what needs to be done, how it's going to get done, and it needs to happen right now. And that's pretty much the only way that it's going to make sense, because you're not beating the King and the Cavs with just Jimmy Butler and a rookie draft pick. That's not going to happen. And with Isaiah Thomas at point guard, bruh, the dude is way too small. So what exactly is the point of what the Celtics are doing right now? That's what I'm very anxious to see. But Jimmy Butler, now that they've traded away the number one pick, is the most logical choice, hands down. If you guys or girls think that, look, is something else that they should be doing, let me know in the comments. I'm very, very interested to know what you think is the best move right now for them. But if they don't get Jimmy Butler, the Celtics are just going to fall back for another couple years. Let me know what you're thinking. Until next time, one love.